Hi, today we're going to talk about climate change and what is it, what does it do, and how can we stem it. For first, I want to say that the life on the earth is possible because of three things that are the right distance that we have from the sun, the chemical composition of the atmosphere, and the water. The atmosphere, in particular, give to our planet a climate that's good for the life, and it's because of the greenhouse effect. So this means that when the sun rays come on the surface, a part of them is absorbed and the other is reflected out. And if we don't have an atmosphere, they will disperse in the space, but then they they are detained because of some gas that are in the atmosphere. So our climate is good for us because of this atmosphere that withheld these rays. So we are in a sort of hot climate, a good one for life. But what is climate change? Before the first industrial revolution, climate change was completely normal. They were a bit smaller than now, but they were completely normal. Now, instead, they are really drastical because since the first industrial revolution, our factories and activities made the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere doubled. So climate changes are bigger and worse. In particular, they are Arctic glaciers that are melting every year 30% more. The sea level that's growing 3,3 millimeters every year. Floods and cyclones are always more devastating and frequent. And the Gulf current, that is a current, a hot current that's from the Mexican Gulf, travel all over the Atlantic Ocean and come in Europe with a warmer climate. So this current is going slower and maybe it will change way. So our climate, the European climate, will be different. And it's because the coal burning, the oil and gas are really pollutants, and we are cutting a lot of forest of trees, and we are using and burning a lot of fossil fuels, and all these activities produce a really big quantity of bugs, and this is bad for the world and the climate because the temperature is growing and a lot of animals are dying and the air is polluted and all this is going worse. So probably it's not right to call it climate change, but it would be better to call it climate crisis because if we don't solve this problem, if we don't stem the pollution, whole the humanity will die fast and the world, the earth will suffer a lot. So, what can we do for stem the climate change? For first, the governments and the states are doing some laws for use more renewable sources and energy, and they are doing some project for the 2030. That's will be the year That will be the year in which all the states they are trying all the states to improve by this year. For example, a lot of states signed the Paris Agreement for the decarbonization by this year, the 2030. And these governments are trying to limit the temperature growth under the 2 grades till that year. And for the decarbonization, all the states will use renewable energies or sources to replace the coal and the fossil fuels. So, what can we do? How we can act in our small way to stop climate change? Well, there are a lot of things that we can do, but the most important are like using buses, bikes, trains, or any sort of public transport to move instead of our cars. Or if we want to use cars, maybe if we go, I don't know, to eat in a restaurant with some friends, going with one car and not everyone with his one, because that's really polluting. Or we can apply the 4R that are reduce, reuse, recycle, and recovery. Reduce is for don't buy or don't make a lot of things, but buying the only one that are necessary. Or supermarkets can buy only those products that are, yes, necessary, and don't throw away every day a lot of products only because nobody buy them this day, but maybe they can sell them for less or donate them to charity or poor people. Reuse, so maybe don't throw away a smartphone that's maybe 1 year old because now there is the new version, but use it for, I don't know, 5, 7, 10 years till when it's not when it is break, and only only now throw it away, and doing this way for everything. Recycle, because doing it is really important, because also using recycled products is better than using a new maybe plastic bottle. Using a recycled one is better because the factory didn't made it by new, but just reuse an old plastic product. And recovery is for, I don't know, you have an old t-shirt that you don't use anymore because it's full of holes or stains. Don't throw it away, but maybe cut it in small pieces and use them like rags. And in general, do all these activities that are sustainable and don't hurt the planet or the environment, because hurting the earth or the environment is like hurting ourselves. So this was a little summary of about climate change, and I hope that you enjoy it and that you all will put all the advices into practice in your life for living in a better world. So bye bye, and see you on the next episode.